like Meghan Markle is planning a mass exodus. What are we talking about though? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Thank you for joining me today as ever. Nice to have your company, and thank you for all giving a big wave to all the new subscribers. Yes, if you've joined us, we do have certain initiation ceremonies. One of them is a big wave. I know we're daft to say often, but it's good to be daft, you know. Truly is. You have to have moments in your day what you can just laugh about, cheer yourself up about, and more importantly, make sure the day goes with a bang, you know. Try and enjoy yourselves while we're here. That is my motto. I know it sounds a bit macabre, but as I've often said, we have lots of people who can't get out of their house and have mobility problems and all that sort of stuff. So spare a thought for other people, you know. If we have a daft moment, it just cheers everybody up, doesn't it? Certainly cheers me up as well. Don't know about you, I caught a Laurel and Hardy film on TV the other day, and weren't they daft? I mean, just wasn't it funny? No script needed, but walking into planks, banging into doors, falling down, all that sort of stuff. And when you think about it, I often wonder this, just how much bruising did Oliver Hardy get? Because he was a bit of a big guy, wasn't he? So, you know, to fall down that effortlessly, it must have been wonderful, you know. But as I say, if you're looking for some fun, always check out Laurel and Hardy. They always make me laugh. Back as ever, though, to your breaking royal story of the day. This particular story really is fascinating in itself because, as we now know, there is going to be a tell-all book about the life and times of Meghan Markle and her particular stint, very short stint we might point out, into the House of Windsor. We've mentioned it many times, as I say, because a lot of people are looking forward to it, and I've been lucky enough to see some side of the pages, and I think it's going to be a fascinating read. It's very difficult, isn't it, you know, because of course with these books you get one side of the story, and of course you have to make up your own mind who's telling the truth. But if you're a friend of Meghan Markle, you may want to start quaking in your boots, because I'm about to explain exactly what she's done. What's interesting here, as a lot of celebrities do, and that is what Meghan Markle essentially is, even though it might not be an A-list celebrity, they tend to do this when people are writing books about them. They start to put plants out there, you know, send stories out, and as ever we have to say allegedly. And this is the way that their PR teams, themselves, can work out who are the true people that are with them or against them. Over here in the United Kingdom, we recently had a case which was dubbed Wagatha Christie. It was all about two footballers' wives who seemingly were selling stories, you know, allegedly about each other to the national tabloids, and then they set each other up and there was a sting and they worked out who was doing what. Very costly case, nobody truly won apart from the lawyers. But of course in Meghan's case, she's really very cautious about who she speaks to, and more importantly, the people that she's been friendly with. I mean, when you think about it, she's seemingly had a lot of friends that have seemingly disappeared. We see them for a brief nanosecond, like Melissa McCarthy or Serena Williams, and then they seem to disappear off the earth. Obviously, they're very busy people and don't need to keep defending Meghan in the public domain. But of course, if any of these people, and as ever we have to say allegedly, and we're not suggesting this for one moment, have spoken to anybody concerned with this book, even on a positive spin, I've been told by a very good source that Meghan will be removing them from her inner circle. Seemingly that circle is getting even smaller and smaller. Perhaps it could just be herself now in the circle. But as they've noted before, you know, both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seemingly can cut people off if they feel they're not on Team Sussex, as it's called. I think what's interesting though is with any of these books, you could attribute that really to any personal person you've dealt with over the years, including managers, publicity people, ex-servants, people that have worked with you. Everybody's going to have an opinion of that moment in time. So it's going to be very difficult for Meghan to finally decide who is with her and who is against her. But what we shall see is once the book is finally released, if we don't see those particular so-called friends that we've now seen before around her, then we know exactly where they've gone in the mass exodus bucket. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.